I feel like I want to cry.
Why?
Just because it's like, it gives me anxiety. And I'm just like, it makes you really like analyze just like where you're at. And then I'm like, sometimes like, what am I doing?
There's certain patterns to break.
And you think choosing bad partners is like a genetic thing?
These shocking allegations have rocked Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker's seemingly perfect marriage, with claims of cheating and controlling behavior, threatening to tear apart one of Hollywood's most passionate couples. From explosive social media rumors to disturbing footage that has fans genuinely concerned, the Kravis fairy tale might be crumbling before our eyes. The drama exploded across TikTok and Instagram in November 2025, when a viral blind item dropped the bombshell that Travis Barker is allegedly cheating on Courtney with someone disturbingly close to his 19-year-old daughter, Alabama's age. While these allegations remain unverified, they've ignited a firestorm of speculation about what's really happening behind closed doors in the Barker-Kardashian household. But here's where things get even more twisted. This cheating scandal isn't happening alone. Fans have been raising red flags about Travis's behavior toward Courtney for months, with many calling out what they see as deeply controlling and manipulative patterns. The timing of these allegations feels like the perfect storm, combining fresh gossip with genuine concerns that have been brewing for over a year. The controlling behavior allegations hit first, and honestly, the footage speaks for itself. On a recent episode of The Kardashians, viewers watched in horror as Travis essentially forced Courtney to participate in a 5-kilometer run despite her repeated protests. This wasn't just encouragement. This was manipulation caught on camera. Picture this scene. Courtney, who is 46 and was still breastfeeding their son Rocky at the time, clearly states she's not ready for this level of physical activity. She tells Travis she's only been running for 1 or 2 minutes at a time since giving birth. Any reasonable partner would say, "Okay, babe, let's take it slow," right? Not Travis. Instead, he grabs her hand and literally drags her along at his pace. The footage is genuinely disturbing to watch. Courtney can be heard saying she feels like she might pass out. She's clearly struggling, telling him she might throw up. At one point, when they reach a water station, she practically begs him, "If you let me drink this water, I'll keep running with you." Think about that phrasing. She's negotiating for basic hydration, like she's asking permission from a controlling parent, not communicating with her equal partner. Travis doesn't slow down. He doesn't check in with her well-being. According to reports, he insisted she hold his hand throughout the run, maintaining complete control over her pace and movement. This is a woman who just gave birth, who's clearly expressing physical distress, and her husband's response is to keep pushing her beyond her limits. The fan reaction has been swift and brutal. One viral comment perfectly captured what so many viewers were thinking. "I don't see Courtney making her own decisions very much, at least not in his presence. He's always present. I probably wouldn't have noticed if it didn't seem like he was making several decisions for the both of them." And that's the key phrase right there. He's always present. When you start paying attention, Travis's omnipresence in Courtney's life becomes impossible to ignore. This isn't the behavior of a supportive husband. It's the pattern of someone who needs to control every aspect of their partner's existence. The control extends far beyond exercise routines. Remember when Courtney mentioned wanting to look at houses in Malibu? Guess what happened? They ended up going where Travis wanted instead. Her preferences were dismissed, her voice ignored. It's like watching someone slowly lose their autonomy in real time. Then there's the baby name situation, which might be the most telling example of all. Their son is named Rocky 13 Barker. And while Travis has publicly explained the significance, the choice was entirely his. Rocky after his favorite guitarist from Suicidal Tendencies, 13 for his lucky number. Notice anything missing from that explanation? Courtney's input, preferences, or connection to the name. Critics on Reddit didn't hold back. Travis is controlling, in my opinion. He's the one who named their son based on his interests. This is giving major red flags. And they're not wrong. In healthy relationships, naming your child is a collaborative process. Both parents contribute ideas, discuss meanings, find something that resonates with their shared vision for their family. When one parent unilaterally decides based solely on their own interests, that's a massive warning sign. But the controlling behavior allegations take on an even more sinister tone when combined with Travis's well-documented history of infidelity. This isn't speculation or gossip. This is confirmed by Travis himself in his own memoir and public statements. In his relationship with ex-wife Shanna Moakler, Travis admitted to cheating with 13 different women over the course of several years. 13. That's not a moment of weakness or a single mistake. That's a pattern of serial betrayal. Even more disturbing, some of this infidelity happened before and during his marriage to Shanna, suggesting that commitment and monogamy have never been his strong suits. Shanna has been incredibly vocal about the devastating impact of Travis's cheating. In a candid interview, she revealed the moment that ended their marriage. "I divorced my ex because I saw them. I caught them having an affair." She's referring to an alleged affair between Travis and Kim Kardashian, though both Kim and Travis have denied this specific claim. But here's where Shanna's story gets really disturbing. She describes finding text messages between Travis and Kim where they were trying to meet up at her sister's house. When she confronted Travis about these messages, his response wasn't denial or explanation. He simply deleted the evidence. That's not the behavior of an innocent man, that's someone covering his tracks. The psychological impact on Shanna was devastating. She told podcasters that their relationship never recovered from the Kim Kardashian drama. Think about what that means. Travis's behavior was so damaging, so destructive, that it permanently shattered their ability to trust each other. And now he's married to Kim's sister. Travis's own memoir provides even more disturbing details about his approach to relationships. He admitted that Shanna discovered his infidelities by going through his laptop and finding emails from about 13 different girls I had been messing around with. The casual way he describes this betrayal is chilling. These weren't emotional affairs or single incidents. This was systematic deception involving multiple women over multiple years. Even his first marriage to Melissa Kennedy was destroyed by infidelity. Travis has publicly admitted to cheating on Melissa before they even made it down the aisle. So we're looking at a pattern that spans decades and multiple relationships. Marriage vows, commitment ceremonies, family planning. None of it has been enough to keep Travis faithful in the past. Which brings us back to the current allegations. The viral blind item claims Travis is cheating with someone close to Alabama's age. Alabama is 19, which means we're potentially talking about someone in their late teens or early 20s. The age dynamic here is particularly troubling when you consider Travis is 50 years old. Now, these cheating allegations are unverified. They're based on social media gossip, not concrete evidence. But the reason they've gained so much traction isn't just because people love drama. It's because they fit perfectly with Travis's established pattern of behavior. When someone has a documented history of serial infidelity, when they've destroyed multiple marriages through cheating, when they've admitted to deceiving partners for years at a time, allegations of ongoing affairs don't seem far-fetched. They seem inevitable. The timing of these rumors is particularly interesting. They've exploded just as fans are becoming more vocal about Travis's controlling behavior toward Courtney. It's like people are finally connecting the dots between his need to control and his history of betrayal. These behaviors often go hand in hand. Controlling partners frequently cheat because they believe they're entitled to whatever they want, whenever they want it. What makes this situation even more complex is Courtney's response. Or rather, her apparent lack of response. Despite the swirling allegations, she posted a loving birthday tribute to Travis on November 14th when he turned 50. Her caption was pure devotion. "My home. You inspire me every single day to be a better person. It is an honor to be your wife, and the greatest joy to live life by your side." On the surface, this might seem like proof that everything's fine. But when you understand the dynamics of controlling relationships, public declarations of love can sometimes be performances rather than authentic expressions. When someone's autonomy has been gradually eroded, they often feel compelled to publicly defend their relationship, even when privately, they might be struggling. The broader Kardashian family dynamics add another layer of complexity to this situation. Travis's alleged affair with Kim Kardashian, whether true or not, created a foundation of tension and mistrust. Shanna Moakler has never let this go, continuing to speak publicly about her belief that Travis and Kim had a physical relationship. Travis's 2015 memoir included some pretty revealing details about his interactions with Kim. "We went to dinner, we went to lunch. Oh, you might think I would be doing the worst things with this girl because of her tapes. But it was the exact opposite. With Kim, I wanted to be nothing but a gentleman to her. It was so weird. The fact that he felt compelled to clarify that he was a gentleman with Kim suggests there was definitely some kind of intimate dynamic happening. You don't usually need to specify that you were respectful unless the situation had the potential to become disrespectful. Kim has repeatedly denied any romantic involvement with Travis, most recently on the Call Her Daddy podcast, where she stated definitively, "No, I never have." But Shanna's allegations persist, and the timing of Travis's relationship with Courtney, just months after his interest in Kim supposedly ended, raises questions about his true motivations. Did Travis pursue Courtney because he genuinely fell in love, or was she the closest he could get to the Kardashian sister he really wanted? That question becomes even more troubling when you consider his own admission that he moved to Calabasas specifically to be near Courtney. He literally relocated his entire life to be geographically close to a woman he barely knew at the time. "I knew she lived in Calabasas, and I knew she was the love of my life." And I didn't even know her like that, Travis revealed in an interview. That level of obsession masquerading as romance is genuinely concerning. Moving your entire life to be near someone you've never actually dated isn't romantic. It's predatory behavior. The pattern becomes even clearer when you look at how quickly Travis moved things forward with Courtney. They went from casual friendship to full-blown public relationship in a matter of months. Then came the tattoos, the proposals, the multiple wedding ceremonies. Everything happened at lightning speed, which is often characteristic of controlling partners who want to lock down their target before they have time to think clearly. Their relationship timeline reads like a masterclass in love bombing. Travis got Courtney's name tattooed on his chest just 3 months into their public relationship. He proposed less than a year later with an elaborate beach setup involving hundreds of roses. They had 3 separate wedding ceremonies within a month. This isn't romance. This is someone moving fast to create legal and emotional ties before their partner can fully process what's happening. And now, less than 3 years into their marriage, and we're seeing the potential consequences of that rushed timeline. The controlling behavior that fans are witnessing, the cheating allegations that feel all too familiar, the gradual erosion of Courtney's independence. These are the inevitable results of a relationship built on obsession rather than genuine partnership. The most heartbreaking aspect of the situation is watching Courtney lose herself piece by piece. This is a woman who built a multi-million-dollar empire, who raised 3 successful children, largely as a single mother, who maintained her independence and strong personality through decades in the public eye. She's always been the most grounded Kardashian, the one who set boundaries and prioritized her family over fame. But look at her now, and she can't even decide where to look for houses without Travis overriding her preferences. She can't name her own child without his interests taking precedence. She can't exercise at her own pace without being physically dragged along at his speed. The woman who once stood up to everyone is now asking permission to drink water during a run. That transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's the result of systematic manipulation, gradual boundary erosion, and the slow replacement of a partner's preferences with complete submission to their controller's will. The fact that it's happening to someone as strong and independent as Courtney makes it even more disturbing, because it shows just how effective Travis's techniques really are. The current cheating allegations, whether true or false, represent the final piece of this toxic puzzle. Controlling partners often cheat because they believe they're entitled to whatever they want. They've already established that their needs come first in every aspect of the relationship. So extramarital affairs feel like a natural extension of that entitlement. If these allegations are true, and that's still a big if, they would represent the complete fulfillment of Travis's pattern. Control his wife's daily decisions, manipulate her physical activities, name their child based solely on his preferences, then cheat with someone young enough to be his daughter, because his desires matter more than anyone else's well-being. The age aspect of the alleged affair is particularly troubling, because it suggests not just infidelity, but a preference for partners who are easier to manipulate and control. A woman in her late teens or early 20s doesn't have the life experience to recognize red flags or demand equal treatment. She's more likely to be impressed by Travis's fame and wealth, less likely to challenge his behavior or set firm boundaries. Whether or not the cheating allegations prove true, the pattern is already clear. Travis Barker has spent his entire adult life demonstrating that he cannot be trusted to honor commitments, respect boundaries, or treat partners as equals. His relationship with Courtney was supposed to be different, the great love story that redeemed his past mistakes. Instead, we're watching the same patterns play out with a different victim. The only question now is whether Courtney will recognize what's happening and find the strength to reclaim her independence, or whether she'll continue down this path until there's nothing left of the woman she used to be. The most tragic irony is that Courtney spent years protecting herself from exactly this kind of relationship. She kept Scott Disick at arm's length for over a decade because of his inability to commit and his self-destructive behaviors. She prioritized stability and genuine partnership over passion and intensity. Then Travis came along with his grand romantic gestures and overwhelming devotion, and somehow convinced her that this time would be different, that his past didn't matter because their love was special, that his controlling behavior was actually just passionate involvement. But love doesn't require you to give up your voice. Partnership doesn't mean surrendering your autonomy, and no amount of romantic gestures can compensate for a fundamental lack of respect and trust. The story of Courtney and Travis isn't a fairy tale romance. It's a cautionary tale about how even the strongest people can lose themselves when they encounter someone skilled at manipulation and control. And until Courtney recognizes that truth, this devastating pattern will continue to destroy everything she's worked so hard to build.